Welcome back to Let's Play Rome Total War, Carthage Campaign, episode the 99th with me, Squawker. And when we left off, we had a very bad situation. For you see, we've lost Caralis because of a naval screw-up and then an AI screw-up and then many screw-ups, really. So yeah, that's not really the best situation in the world for us right now. Luckily, I have landed an army that could retake Carthage within this turn. However, I am noticing that the Romans have somehow managed to replenish their army, which leaves me very concerned that the urban cohorts and the Arcani might be replenished. So, yeah. And since my army, while strong and is in small numbers, and now also has a unit of mercenary hoplites because, hey, I can have those, it leaves concerns that maybe this direct attack might not work. However, since I do basically have a full-out naval blockade of this area on, I could get away with maybe waiting a turn or so. Let the Scipii become a little weaker, you know, let their troop quality drop. And I'll also give time for Admiral Mytonis to make a very quick slapdash trip back to Cirta, and we can pick up some elephants just to help us win the battle. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I can wait Caralis out for a few turns, just let the enemy army get weaker, because that's what happens in an extended siege situation, so I will allow that to happen. Meanwhile, I'm going to blockade the port, so the Scipii aren't claiming any sweet trade off it, and then we're just going to have my other navy at the bottom of the cart and just keep an eye on the area. As long as we keep the Scipii away and any reinforcements away, we should be happy. We'll just starve that city out, and then we'll just take it back. I know it's very bad for me to have to do that, but unfortunately, since the Scipii do have elite troops in there, I'd rather them be nice and soft, because I don't exactly want that last battle I had to be basically pissing in the wind because of it. So, yeah. Meanwhile, down in the south, we have a strike force making its way down to unknown city, because I can't remember the name of that city. It's on its way down, so Captain Abadisia, we were originally going to take Lepsis Magna, but since the Scipii landed a pretty tough army, well, the Brutii landed a pretty tough army there, I decided it would be best to maybe not bother, or at least, you know, strategically withdraw. So that's what we're doing. We are about to run across Aulus Maximum, though. Whether or not he chooses to attack me or run away is up to him, really. His army does not seem very strong, though. There are 3 other units, but his strength ratio seems to be basically at the bottom of the scale, so we'll see what he does. He might not get in my way, or he will, I don't know. Meanwhile, in Thapsus, we are suffering with a plague, which is very unfortunate, and my assassin needs something to do. So I'm going to send him towards Dimidi to try and find something to do, really, and just keep an eye on the area. So yeah, Thapsus, unfortunately, isn't doing too well because of the thing, and I am retraining the army, just in case the Brutii suddenly decide to rock up and take advantage of it. So I just want to try and keep my numbers in shape. Meanwhile, in Tingi, for some reason, when I deployed my army last episode, I didn't send the elephants with them, so I'm going to have Mick Palzamine come back a little bit, and then I'm going to have the elephants go and join him, just because I want my elephants in this army. I don't like going on the offensive without my elephants. Very strange that I'd forget to bring elephants, and also, you know what, bombing a unit of Libyan mercs. So yeah. So Mick Palzamine is on his way to Dimidi now, and we're going to try and take the city. We're going to be there within 3 turns' time there. So that should work out for us, because if we could take Dimidi, then that's going to be the Brutii's presence in Africa. I mean, especially this part of Africa, weakened, because I know they have a, not a substantial presence, but they have a moderate military presence here. So if I could just take this town, then that's going to be a big cog in the Brutii's war machine taken out. I mean, if they lose Africa, then that's a big chunk of our economic power gone. It'll just be down to Sicily and southern Italy, as far as we're aware. I mean, as far as I'm aware, the Greek cities still basically hold all of this area. I might send my diplomat to do some scouting, actually, because it seems that the Egyptians don't really seem too keen on the idea of an alliance. I mean, we could talk to Captain Sekhrami, who has a very big army, and yeah, that's what's concerning me with Egyptians. I'd rather have them be on my side than, you know, I mean, I will once more talk to Amasis Raffle and see if I can just get an alliance. I mean, I think just giving straight up an alliance won't work. Yeah. Right, well, how about an alliance, and I offer military access to my lands, because, yeah, I'll offer my map information, and I'll give you a single payment of £1,000, because I'm very nice. Just an alliance with Egyptians would keep me happy. I mean, just because I'd rather keep them on my side, you know, keep your friends close, keep your enemies even closer. Nah, I don't want to know. Right. The Egyptians are not very interested in me. Okay, well, fine. Diplomat, start moving north, and I want to find out what else is going on. To be honest, your life is slowly running out, so yeah, there's not a lot to do with you anymore. I mean, there's Neferet, by the way, whose army consists of pretty tough stuff actually. There's like things like Pharaoh's Bowman and Pharaoh's Guard there, as well as Nile's Spearman. So yeah, the Egyptians are a tough foe, and they do have chariots, like as you always. So yeah, I would rather keep them on my side. Their empire is large, and therefore, well, you get the idea. Don't want to be annoying them at any rate. So anything else I can do, by the way, while we're here? Well, Caralis, we're just going to keep. We're going to keep the siege maintained there. Looks like the Julii are on their way down with a big army though, so that's a little concerning. Jubal Aldera, you could try and get past them, by the way. I want you in Italy, so 60% chance to wipe out the captain. Go for it. And you missed. Well done. That's always a brilliant thing. But meanwhile, also in Europe, by the way, what we're up to in Europe is Captain Tydides is on his way down to Alicia. We're going to take that town. We're going to be there within 3 turns, so that's excellent. Nice for you, Mr. Spy, Mr. Bushra, or Bussica. You're going to go north for me now. Since you only had a 19% chance to take Alicia, what I'm going to do with you is I'm going to have you go north. Do a little bit of intelligence gathering on the Britannians, because I don't really want them starting on me anytime soon. So let's just see if they're strong or weak up here. I mean, there is an army around here led by Captain Riderak. So let's have a little look and see what his itinerary's like, except you can't. But if you could, that would have been useful, because then I could at least try and buff your skills up. What do we know about him? Just some war bands, so it's basically the standard Britannian campaign strategy. But I saw the last time I played this campaign, where the Britannians spammed nothing but war bands, basically, which made them pretty much a write-off. But yeah. Lamonum right now is also staying the tide, it's trying to grow. Narbo Martius, let's recruit some additional Libyan spearmen, by the way, just in preparation for a potential Julii attack. Parma, if you could just drop off those 2 new long shield cavalries up to the north, actually. That's going to be brilliant for us. Actually, could you guys just disembark now? Never can. Okay. Right, in the next turn we're going to have some additional cavalry up there. We are moving in some Sacred Band as well, so Sacred Band will be there within a turn. Oscar, by the way, let's get these units moving up to Narbo as well. We do have an additional unit of onagers on the way as well, since I've sent my onagers somewhere else. I've sent them up north, and oh, hello there. Captain Anders turned up. Oh dear. Right, big rebel armies just rocked up out of nowhere. That's always good for making my life hell. Right, how are we going to deal with this one? Well, Captain Akbar, you turn around. He's got 2 Iberian infantry and a skirmisher, so it's not exactly a lot, but it might help us now. Captain Anders, it seems, has 2 units of slingers, Iberians, 2 rebel generals. Oh, great, so it's general spam. Some naked fanatics, and then 2 mystery units. Right. Well, Scalabs is going to be completely unhelpful, since all they have is town militia, but try and produce, I don't know, not skirmishers, actually yeah, get some skirmishers, just start spamming some Iberian infantry, and just try and like stop being so annoying, because really this, Scalabs annoys me now. But again, it's not Scalabs' fault it's so shit, it's Adabul the Mad. He's a bloody fool of a leader, and all he does is cause chaos wherever he goes. And the thing is, he's so bad at commanding, and there's nothing I can do with this guy, really. I mean, he's just he's insane, so yeah, that's just... he's also but I mean, he's a superior builder. Apparently the gods like him for some reason, but he's a gambler, he's dubious, he's harsh, he's drunk. He has a thing about farming as well. Yeah, this guy's just an absolute degenerate at this point. I mean, there's literally no saving him. Corduba, by the way, if you take your garrison of Poweni slingers and Spanish mercenaries, they'll be very useful. I just pop you over here. Rebels don't usually take the first move, so we'll just camp them there, and hopefully that'll work. I mean, I've never really known a rebel to actually actively attack you in battle, so yeah, we just hang around and do nothing. Better start retraining some units. Well, begin. Yeah, there we go. Just putting in a unit of Sacred Band in the queue actually puts Corduba back in the blue. Right. Anything else we can do by way of this turn? Carthage, Nerve, I'd rather have you grow. Captain Timerson, you know where you're going. Oscar, we're having that grow. Oscar's actually very close to growth now. But yeah, while I could take Caralis this turn, by the way, like I've already explained, but yeah, we are just going to hold on to that one for a turn or two. Just try and just wean out the Scipii garrison, and also it's also going to buy me some time. I want the Scipii to board their next wave of troops onto a ship, because once they've done that, I can sink it, and then I can go for Capua itself, and then that's the Scipii done for once and for all. So Admiral Mytonis will arrive at the end of well, he'll arrive next turn, basically. So, if you could take 2 Sacred Band and the Onager and the War Elephants, I'm sending a big, tough, elite army up north, or into Italy. I don't want to leave, you know, I don't want things to go wrong up there, so that's why I'm sending the best units up to my potential attack for Capua, because, well, I'm having a lot riding on this. Queue up 1 Sacred Band, by the way, but, you know, this is going to be a big move for us. If we can take Capua, we finish the Scipii once and for all. So that's what I want to do. That's my big ambition now. But yes, we do approach now the end of this turn. There isn't really a lot we can do. We are now having Mikpalzami make his way to Demidi. Tingi is currently doing some recruitment. Corduba's doing the same. Admiral Chermes, we're waiting on one more Quinquereme to be produced. So once we've done that, Admiral Chermes will deploy into the Mediterranean theatre. Carthage Nova, I'm having that stay the course. Oscar, stay the course. Numantia, stay the course. Trying to get these towns growing. Asturica, you're building. Not going to bother recruiting at this second. Scalabis, you're recruiting because you have to. It's alright. I'm going to get my armies linked up here though. So Captain Akbar's on his way. He'll be there within the next 2 turns. Then we'll have, what we'll have is we'll have some Spanish mercenaries, some slingers, some Poenis, 2 Iberians, and some skirmishers. We are going to need some cavalry. Adabul the Mad would probably be the best candidate for this, so I'll bring Adabul into this battle as well, because literally his presence... I know this guy isn't even a good commander, but let's face it, his presence out of Scalabis actually doesn't make a bloody difference anyway, so... Yeah, you know what, this guy I might actually just keep this guy away from the seats. I might actually just have to make Adabul a full-time commander. Recruit 1 additional Spanish mercenary, by the way, just in case. I mean, the thing is, the guy has no command. He's likely to be assassinated as well. He's actually very likely to be bribed. He's drunk. He doesn't have anything that says your morale is going to suck. I mean, he actually has a treasure and a merchant, which actually gives him bonuses to management, but actually you can see his negative outraised. He has a priestess of Tanit who's probably trying to renew him, but yeah. Shield bearer, yeah, that's not really a lot. Herbalist, yeah. Agriculturist, yeah, whatever. Right, look, we'll just put it this: Adabul sucks. But in light of this, you know what, Adabul, I'm giving you some mercenaries. Once you've dealt with these rebels, you're heading into Europe. I'm going to find you a new purpose in life, because to be honest, I'm sick of having you in Scalabis. You've done nothing but cause trouble there, so you're going to get on the battlefield, and if you die, honestly, it's no skin off my back. Basically, Captain Timerson, you keep going north. And yeah, I think that's actually all we could do this turn. So we are going to go to the next turn now. We're going to wait out the Scipii. We're going to just keep sieging them. They might retaliate, and if they come offensive to us, then that's going to be a bit of an issue. But I suspect they might not. Looking at the banners, the balance of power is slightly in my favour. So I think they're just going to hold out for now. And then what we're just going to do is once we're ready, we'll take the town out. But may as well just reduce the size of their garrison a little bit, just push it into my favour. You know, no need to rush. There's a 0 chance of reinforcements arriving. You know, Capua is not going to send anything because I'll cut off anything that comes from Capua anyway. So it just gives me time to just bring in a few more troops, and then once we've got those in Caralis, then we can take the town. You know, I can wait. Caralis wasn't exactly a powerhouse of money for me anyway, it was just like my little forward base. By the way, how are we doing in terms of money? We're doing good for money. We're only barely making a profit this turn because I have spent big, so I think I'm going to call it a turn now. I'm not going to spend anything, otherwise we will descend into the territory of making a loss. So we're going to go to the next turn, we're going to see what the enemy's up to, and we'll react accordingly, so let's go. Okay, so the Julii are clearly sending an attack my way. They have yet to enter my land, so that's fine. That just gives my units time to make their way into Narbo Martius and prepare for an incoming enemy attack. Now, the lack of artillery is going to make life harder for us in this upcoming fight, but I do at least have the numbers to hold off against them. I don't have a spy in the area though, so I can't get a full read out of their troops, but I'm going to still play... Yeah, alright, that's not really something we're going to be too worried about. It's mainly all like Auxilia. Having it could be an urban or a Praetorian lurking in there, but right. I do believe actually we fought Captain Astinius before, so this must be what's left of him. So he's just gone and picked up some cheap reinforcements and he's making his way back to the battlefield. Okay, well, he's probably gonna reach us within the next turn anyway. My men aren't gonna reach him anyway, so right. We'll wait for him to come to us. We'll have to sally forth against him. A bit annoying, but that's the way it's going to have to go. Money isn't doing too well, by the way. We'll have to look into that. Mainly because, yeah, we're having to quarantine Thapsus, so that's really costing us money there. I'm just going to keep on retraining just because there's the threat. I mean, yeah, look, there's Appius Service has just rocked up back on the field and he's on his way somewhere. Either he's going to Thapsus or he's going to Cirta. Either way, it's not good for me. Assassin.
He shall be extinguished.
Why can't you ever kill him? Right, just keep moving. Oh, by the way, Maximum got a little scared and he's got additional troops now.
Orders?
Right, your life is getting harder now, my little raiding army. I don't exactly feel comfortable taking him on now, so and going right there means he's just going to follow you. You are right now in between a rock and a hard place. For now, I mean, it's good that we've got the Brutii scared, but you know what? Retreat this way. That's going to be the way where we're least likely to get intercepted by someone. So if we do that, we might be able to safely extract you back to Thapsus, where we'll have a little bit of downtime. We'll plan our next move. Maybe it might be easier just to go straight for Carthage instead. New family member, by the way, Agapia was born. So welcome to the family, Agapia. And then construction report. Right, Parma has an archery range now. That's good. Corduba now has the elite cavalry stables. Asturica has a city barracks, and Thapsus has a large temple to Baal. Good, good, good. Right, first things first. Thapsus, start working on the next level of temple because now, within 5 turns, we'll begin training Sacred Band there. Now that is excellent. Recruitment report, by the way. Corduba now has a Quinquereme, Scalabus, some skirmishes, Tinky some Sacred Band, Cirta a new batch of war elephants, so that incoming army now won't be the bigger threat. Narbo Martius has some Libyan spears, and then loads of retraining. Right, so Cirta's working on some additional Sacred Band now. Admiral Chermes, I want you to make your way out of the area, and I want you to make your way towards the Mediterranean now in order to do your thing. Since that army, I suspect that is most likely... Well, I suspect Appius' army has most likely come from Dimidi. That gives me the impression that Dimidi right now will be open for an attack. So start making... Well, you know... Got a little delayed because of an administration error on my end, not including those elephants. But yeah, make your way south, and you know what to do. Right, as for you, you know where you're going. You lot... you know what? You lot could probably make it to... Admiral, you know, right. Admiral, I'm trying to meet you halfway actually. Could you guys board this ship? I don't know, I don't trust this game. Right, look, if you could just make your way to the mouth of this river. Right, you lot, hop on board. Right, how long until we're in Caralis? A few turns, 3 turns, that's fine. Means the enemy army will start depleting. Looks like a Julii trying to come to the rescue though, and by that I mean they're not really trying at all. Right, just wipe them out now and try not to fuck it up. Okay, you managed to do it without fucking up. That's rare. By the way, there's a navy over there I forgot about. Admiral Giskin, I need to do something with you. Okay, nice victory. Keep blockading the enemy. Right, you, Giskin. Actually, your army isn't... Your navy isn't too bad. So you know what? Go finish off Admiral Herius and then blockade Segesta because it'll annoy the Julii. So there we go. Sunk into the bottom of the sea, and your prize is you get to blockade something, so there you go. Another Julii port blockaded, a little less money for the Julii, so we won't be sending so many nasty things against me. Right. Good. We're making progress now. So Captain Abadasir will now make his way back to Thapsus, where he will be safely extracted back to his home base. So we're going to refrain from training in Thapsus, we're just going to stick to retraining just in case of a incoming enemy attack, but we're pretty much sorted in Africa right now. Cirta knows what it's supposed to be doing. I could do some more building here, but there's nothing really to build. Tingy, you need to continue training something every turn now, so begin training additional Sacred Band. And meanwhile, in Europe, I'm going to wait for Captain Asinius to reach us. Captain Tydides, you know where you're going now. Spy, by the way, let's get you doing something useful. infiltrate Samara Breather and work out how strong the Britannians are. I have no plans to attack the Britannians, by the way. None at all. They are not of no interest whatsoever to me. I'm being honestly sincere here. I'm sorry if my voice sounds very sarcastic, but it's just my tone. I'm honestly just doing this just to buff up my spy, and I didn't get what I wanted. But yeah, should worse come to worse and I have to go to war with the Britannians, I could easily take Samara Breather and that might scare them into signing peace for me, so yeah. Alright, spy, let's do a little circuit. Make your way into Armorica, infiltrate Condate Redonum, find out how strong it is. Not that I really care, because to be honest I could probably take that town very easily if I could be bothered, but for now my issue is with the Julii. I'll take out their holdings in Gaul, then I'll take out this lovely settlement, and then basically I hold most of Gaul. I won't hold all of Gaul, because there's... Actually no, I will hold all of Gaul, because that's Germania Superior there. I don't know if people count Belgica as Gaul, but yeah, whatever. Look, I'll just hold a lot of land, and then I'll be happy with it. So what else is there that I need to deal with? Well, Admiral Pharaoh, you need to drop off your shipment of cavalry, which will assist Narbo Martius in the upcoming battle. So, Captain Adonibal, if you make your way in there, and that is perfect, right? Pretty much a full house. May as well use this last turn then to recruit one additional unit. So, get me one unit of Libyan spearmen, and then happy days. And retrain the Iberian infantry to upgrade their equipment. Admiral Pharaoh, you can make your way back to Parma now if you want, or somewhere, I don't know. Parma's losing money, by the way. It's only losing a little bit of money. But it's currently working on its councillor's chamber, so I'll just let it get on with that, because it needs to do that, because its public order's beginning to slip. Timerson, you know where you're going, though right now actually Narbo Martius won't hold all your troops, but then again, if I have losses in the battle, then you guys will be good for filling the gaps, right? Meanwhile, Captain Akbar, you want to link up with Adable and Mad and prepare for the battle, and then we'll be ready to do what we need to do there. Thapsus is now working on artillery for us. Captain Anders just sat there waiting for me to do something. That's all cool and good and wonderful. By the way, we're going to start... Oh, it's the Awesome Temple. I was thinking, was I building the Awesome Temple of Baal here? Where Scalabs will just be cranking out some good units. Yeah, we're doing okay there, actually. So, yeah, happy days in Iberia now, more or less. So, my last bits of gold, is there anything I can do? Anything I can spend? Do I want to spend? Probably not really. I mean, Cirta, yeah, building choices in Cirta right now aren't very really interesting or big or good or whatever. Tingy, yeah, not a lot of construction. We could do an execution square and an academy, both of which could be useful, but right now Tingy's public order is doing very well, so I won't bother with those. Cafego Nova, yeah, once more we're just holding the course. 3,000 population away from growth now, so I'm going to try and avoid recruiting from there, only if I really need to. And yeah, we're doing okay here. Could start work on an academy actually, which actually would be good since I do keep a governor in this area. So yeah, I'm going to work on an academy just to try and increase the traits of people. I mean, let's just double check the family tree. Does Akbar the Gambler have a son? Because if he does, I want to make sure he isn't going to be raised to be absolute shit. He does have a son known as Yutpan Hades, but he's adopted. So yeah, actually, was he adopted? I don't think he was actually. But his son has a really cool name, by Kiltsabal. Yutpan right now is currently in Narbo Martius. So yeah. But you never know, if I bring someone else here and he has kids, and then also if I recruit a spy or something, look, they're just useful. If I recruit agents, I'll get better agents, so, you know, they help, they do their little part. Anyway, I think we are going to move on to the next turn. Jubal, you actually can do something this turn. You can have another go at assassinating if you want, but to be honest, right now I don't trust you. You have an 88% chance to wipe out this dude, though, so have a go at it. I just want to try and get you into Italy. But at this rate, I may as well just walk around. But then again, I suspect the Julii would have blocked me there as well. Well, that's 2 turns in a row you've disappointed me. Right, what's next on the agenda? By the way, he got a trait increase from dying. I didn't read it, but his trait increase is probably, I don't know, his ability to be dead. Or ability to be very, very disappointing. So, he did that right. Lamonum, are you capable of recruiting spies? If you are, recruit a new spy. You're not capable of recruiting spies, but there is a spy in your area. I know, there is, right, you. Chiron Serta. Wait, is your last name Serta? Huh, weird. I should put you in Serta. Right. 100% chance to infiltrate Massila. Get down there. You can keep an eye on whatever's coming down that mountain pass now. I don't trust anyone else now because my assassins just tend to be absolute garbage as usual. By the way, he can somehow see Britannia from here. He has very good eyesight. I don't know if you actually can see France from, like, I don't know, whatever this town's called in, you know, today's land. It's not Taunton, I know that. I know Taunton's somewhere over here. Bournemouth or something? Brighton? I don't know my southern English geography very well. I'm a northerner. Yeah, but there's something over there. That's, I don't know. Can you see France from there? Can you not see France from there? I don't know. I'm very curious. If that is France, that might be Belgium, actually. I don't know my borders either. Anyway, there isn't really a lot we can do this turn, by the way, so we are going to go to the next turn. We are just waiting on reinforcements now before I can retake Caralis. That's my goal for today, really, take Caralis. It's not really a goal that should be there, but unfortunately circumstances have made this happen. So yeah, but we are going to take that, and then, you know what, next episode my goal is going to be taking Capua. That would be a good way to celebrate 100 episodes. Fuck up the Skippy eye once and for all. So yeah, well, that's what I'm going to do. But for now, stage 1, capture Caralis. Let's turn that ticker down to 5 turns to surrender now. And how do we accomplish that? Well, we go to the next turn, my dear friends. So let us go to the next turn. Right, so the Julii have arrived in force at the gates of Narbo Martius, and something big happened. Concrete was invented. I honestly did not know it was invented in 176 BC, and I probably said that in the last series as well, if it got that far in terms of turns. But yeah. The Porticus Aemilia, a market near the Tiber, is the first building made from concrete. This liquid stone is a mixture of rubble, mortar, volcanic ash, and water poured into wooden moulds. Some in the Senate maintain this new material is not as safe as marble and are taking steps to have its use banned. The Roman recipe for concrete is, in some respects, actually better than that in common use over 2,000 years later. So there's a bit of history for you kiddos. However, since the Senate seeks to ban it, I seek to embrace it. Even if it is a dirty Roman invention, but hey. Might turn some people to my side and say, hey, is that Senate getting on your fucking nerves? Join Carthage, we have a nice free market. But yeah, Narbo Martius is unfortunately under siege. We're going to do something about that, because as you can see, the Julii are now pumping reinforcements into the area like there's no tomorrow. And I want to make sure there is a tomorrow for my troops, so defend Narbo Martius with our lives we shall, against, if I could get the readout, against a semi-decent Julii army. Average, below average, whatever. Look, it's got a lot of light auxilia for a reason, so I guess this guy wants to really, really, really kill my elephants. More power to him for doing that. However, there's only like a very, very small amount of elephants left in there, and I'm not an absolute idiot now who sends elephants against anti-elephant units, so not going to work, bud. Money, however, we're still losing, mainly because this bloody plague is absolutely ruining my economy. I mean, we had the same situation happen when Thapsus was afflicted. In terms of Brutii, by the way, where are they? Well, the Brutii have built a fort for some reason. Okay. I guess they're trying to watch their borders now. However, Captain Quintus, it seems, is now on his way to Thapsus. So, Captain Abadasir, you are now engaging in a race. A race you're probably not going to win, but luckily those rebels are in the way, so that might slow the Brutii down. So, try and make your way to Thapsus. If you do make it safely, then you are good. If you didn't make it safely, then your service is noted, and I will make sure you do go down in a good battle. But I would like to try and keep Captain Quintus away from Thapsus, because I need to buy time for Thapsus to recover from plague. I mean, it really couldn't have bloody struck at a worse time. By the way, Hasdrubal Volubis has been born, and so has Mutinas Ebussus. And Ryza died. I don't know who she was, but she's dead. Meanwhile, Narbo Martius now has public baths, which is always good for us. And anything else to know? Well, a recruitment report says Corduba has given me a fresh set of onagers, Scalabus some skirmishers, Narbo Martius some Libyan spearmen, and then, yeah, that's about it. Okay, Corduba, you're having a big sulk, but catapult, or onager, or whatever you want to call it, please make your way north to Narbo Martius, because that is where your services are required. Hello there, Gaelic diplomat, by the way of Sacrapatus of Junimons. That sounds like a different planet. Hello for dropping by, but thanks, but no thanks. Actually, don't do some plenty infantry. Just trying to make sure Cordoba continues recruiting and stays out of a sulk. Right, you two, Captain Akbar and Adabul Ahmad. Unite your troops and now go and take out Captain Ander. Let's get rid of him now. And please, for God's sake, don't die in a battle. It would be absolutely bloody tragic if you died. I don't know what I'd do in this campaign without Adabul Ahmad. By the way, strength ratio is 2-to-1 in my favour, and the army consists of 2 units of Balearic Slingers, 2 units of Naked Fanatics, 2 units of Iberian Infantry, and 2 Rebel Generals. So it's 2 of every annoying unit. So let's just go and take them all out. It's like Noah's Ark of Death, or Noah's Ark of getting in my way. Fight it on the battle map and try to keep casualties to a minimum, please. Which is really an odd for myself, so I must try and keep casualties to a minimum, which whether or not will that happen, I don't know. I'll march in loose formation to try and avoid missile fire, even though apparently someone said that doesn't work, but I'm going to do what I think works.
Before the sun sinks in the west, this battle will be done. Whether the day goes well is in our hands. Oh, brave soldiers, let us fight well. There is no shame in being scared. But fear should never be your master. Now cheer, you noblest of men, and sound the advance!
Well, I was also expecting Adabul to say something mad or stupid, but luckily he held his tongue today. Okay, men, let's get ready to go. So, making my front line will be Barbarian Mercenaries. So, Barbarian Mercenaries, come on down. You're my front line, since you guys are, you know, big, mass, punchy, whatever, you guys should be okay. I could put you in loose formation, actually, just to try and lessen the casualties from stones. To be honest, whether or not it works, I don't know. But yeah, just going to loose formation because it makes me feel safe. Skirmishers, or slingers, to be more accurate, you're taking the front line because, you know, you're slingers. You can do counter volleys with the enemy slingers. Power in the infantry, you're my tight unit. You're going to be at the back. Not really going to be in a way to maneuver you, but I'll try and find something for you too. General, you're on the flanks, by the way. Iberian infantry, you're going to be like in between the Spanish mercenaries and the Barbarian mercenaries because you're my mid-tier unit. Spanish mercenaries, you be at the back. I'll put your fire at Willers, by the way. And then skirmishers, you're at the far back because you're skirmishers. Right, there we go. So, as you can see, I've got my formation done, so let's just get in there and do it. So let's begin marching forward. Looks like the enemy's trying to deploy over here near this like plateau-y thing. So we're going to start moving our troops forward, and we're going to just try and crest this hill nice and quickly. If we move in quick enough, we should be able to stop the enemy slingers from getting too many kills on me. Cavalry, I want you to maneuver this way. You might be a bit better off on that angle. You know what, Poenes, I'm going to have you up there, ready to do some flanking. If we could try and bring the phalanx in from flank, it might somehow work in our favour. It's a very weird strategy I'm coming up with, but right now the enemy doesn't really seem to have much of a strategy, so yeah, it might work in my favour, actually. It could. I mean, they're just running around like headless chickens at the second, which is all better for me, because that means they're not going to do very, very smart things in battle. They're just going to be silly, they're going to be stupid, they're going to die. That's the best case scenario for me, really, isn't it? Having a silly, foolish enemy who is deploying, facing this way. Okay. Actually, no, some of them are trying to deploy a little smarter. I think they're trying to make a box formation, but it's not working. So I'll let them try what they can. My slingers are now getting into range, but yeah, the enemy's still running around, so they're trying to get away from me. Slingers, once those Iberian infantry in range, try to start taking them out. I'll take out the Naked Fanatics. Either one works. But then again, Naked Fanatics do carry big shields, so it does make them a little less prone to being shot, but since you have a juicy flank shot available, take it. Or just face the wrong direction. Look, just try and hit what you can. There we go. Okay, got that shot off. I didn't really get to see what happened, but yeah, we got a few kills. Okay, keep moving forward, men. Just keep moving forward. Line up here and start working on those Iberian infantry. The more you take out, the better. The enemy has foolishly placed their Iberian infantry sort of in front of the slingers. So if those slingers do start opening fire, they are going to be more likely to just start killing their own men than mine. So I'm absolutely fine with that. I mean, let their own men die. But then again, it might not happen because of a hill and the way their shots arc. But either way, the favour pretty rests with me. So we'll wait and see what the enemy tries. For what they are trying. doesn't really add up, so for now I'm just happy to let my slingers just start doing their thing, just let them wear the enemy down. I've got my phalanxes on the flank now, just, you know, these will be good for just regulating the flow of enemy cavalry. It looks like the enemy's trying to move forward a little bit. I'm not really quite sure what they're attempting to accomplish, so I may as well just try and get another good volley off on their Iberians. There we go, while they're just currently disoriented and just trying to move around very, very sillily. Try and get a shot off on those naked fanatics as well. There we go, it's starting to wear them out. There is really the only concern unit in this army, the naked fanatics, just because these guys do, you know, they do deal a bit more damage than Iberian infantry, so, you know, since they're a damage dealer, don't want to be in combat with them for ages, but since they have a back to us, you know, the slingers really making a nice little profit on kills there. I mean, that was a very good volley that they'd pulled off there. Brought that unit down to less than 100 men. Okay, looks like the enemy's moved back a little bit, so they're trying to force our hand. But they're, you know what, take out their Balliark slingers if you want, by the way. They're vulnerable and going all over the place, or you can get a few bonus shots off against their cavalry. Not the best volley there in the world, but right. Slingers, just keep shooting whatever you can, really. I mean, at this point, the enemy army is just so bloody disorganised. You could just kill whatever you want here. I mean, seriously, like, the enemy army just does not make any sense. They're just, like, running around, being silly. They're like an army of children. But that'd be really fucked up if I was killing children. No, this is just an army of silly, low-life brigands with no respect for law or order. Just trying to get in my way. Right, take out those naked fanatics while they're on the move again. That's when they're the most vulnerable. In those Iberian infantry have just fallen up a nice tight formation. That's just going to make it a little harder to shoot down. Yeah, another good volley there against those naked fanatics, bringing them down slowly but surely. By the way, we could have another go at those Balliark slingers, just make sure they're not causing any damage to me. But my Balliark slingers are really just bringing in the kills today. I mean, we're just really giving it a go. I mean, that's a very small unit of naked fanatics now. I mean, we've reduced them substantially. By the way, what's over there? My Iberian infantry. Right, guys, do you want to make your way forward, please? Because I don't want you just like sitting out of a battle. You are going to take part in the battle. You can't just sit around and not doing anything. Okay, so we're now volleying against their skirmishers. I mean, their slingers. Since they're not fighting back though, that's actually all handy for me. Since at the same time, while I am shooting down their slingers, I actually am just basically hitting their Iberian infantry at the same time. So basically I'm just getting a double kill here. I'm just basically, you know, hitting two birds with one stone, which I'm very happy about. Some of my barbarian mercs have actually strayed into the line of fire though. Luckily we don't seem to have accidentally killed any of our own men, but just to make me feel a little safer, could we just adjust our formation a little bit, men? Just because I don't want to suddenly start losing, you know, I don't want to try and keep casualties to a minimum here, so just to avoid some, you know, a silly preventable death, just, you know, just be careful. By the way, while the enemy's on the move again, try and get a shot off against those naked fanatics, because that's always a good one to start bringing down. There we go, as you can see. Just took out a big chunk of their men there, about 10 of them died in that single volley. Over 10 then, that volley there. I mean, that's what, over 10 confirmed kills. That's what they say on Call of Duty. And that was like 20 confirmed kills there. I mean, seriously, we're just laying waste to these guys. I mean, right now their morales actually still seem to be holding up, but they're already starting to face those little minor penalties, you know, for casualties being sustained. Those little things that they don't like to have. Right, get another shot out, see what you can do. Don't get a good one. I know they're front facing now, so killing that in too high a number, but you're still getting those kills, and that's what counts. Keep blasting away at them, because those Balliark slings are now out of our range. So just keep doing what you can, because you know what, the enemy's being foolish. We're trying to stay out of the way, and that's really their own fault, really. If they want to do that, then fine, so be it. But you know what? What's going to add up to them at the end of the day is they're going to get killed, and being killed is what they're going to be doing. So, alright, they're trying to war chant, trying to get their hyper. So just keep hitting them, lads. Keep hitting them. I'm going to speed this one up now, actually, because that's all it is, really. It's just hitting, increasing speed. I mean, seriously, we need to wipe that unit out now. Go on, wipe it out. Come on, lads. About to run out of ammo, unfortunately, but that'd be a good achievement for my slings, you know. We're taking out an entire unit on their own. Oh, no. A lone survivor, but my slings have run out of ammo. Right, slingers, if you want to make your way out of this battle, that's fine. You've done your part for today. Right, so that's the enemy. We drastically weakened, by the way. Just through the power of missiles alone, we've wiped out nearly half the enemy army. So, yeah, let's just get going now. So, Spanish mercenaries, let's move in and prepare to make the kills. What we've got over there is a rebel general, and that's Spanish mercenaries, I want you over here. Barbarian mercenaries, I want you over here as well. So start making your way forward. Cavalry, begin moving up. Skirmishers, I want you over here. Poenis, I want you here. Keeping an eye on that cavalry. But yeah, all units just start moving in. I mean, really, it's just like we've basically slaughtered the enemy from afar, and now we're just going to slaughter them from not that afar. Rebel General's just running around trying to find something to do. He doesn't seem to have much of an idea of what he's up to right now. He's a bit confused. Might even be better if my generals just to link up with him, but right now he's got a tempting opportunity to just wipe out the Balearic slingers, so go for it. Take out the Balearics now. I know there's 2 units of them, but start chasing them down. We're just going to skirmish away from you, so you take them out now, or take out as many as you can. You might prove yourself very worthy to me. So he's getting in there. Some of them are trying to just fight with their hands, so that's fine. Should be an easy victory for my guy there. Cavalry is incoming to help out. Right, Adable, pull out before you get swamped by enemy cavalry. Right, Barbarians, war cry and get in there. Spanish mercenaries, hold position. Right, mercenaries, intercept them. General, turn around and face them. Right, it's alright, got mercenaries coming in to intercept from the back, so we should be able to take this guy out quite quickly. I mean, we basically pulled off a nice little hammer and anvil there. Very rushed hammer and anvil, but, you know, it's there. Right, how are we doing over there? Not doing too well, actually. Looks like the rebel general's holding out. And Adible's running away.
This is a shameful thing for your whole army.
Well, Adible, you continue to prove your uselessness to me, so well done. Right, you guys need to just dig in and take out the enemy from there. Right, Barbarian Mercs, war cry, and we're going to get in there now. Poeni, start moving forward. Right, get in there, lads. Take advantage of your war cry. Right, how are we getting on over there? Are we taking out that cavalry or what? Or is it just running around making a mockery of us? Right now it is still going strong, but they are starting to lose their ground. So right, mercenaries, just keep at it. Just keep plugging away at them. Mercenaries, you keep going in there. Phalanx right now is just there providing backup for to the barbarian mercenaries. Currently fighting the naked fanatics, but the naked fanatics have just gone down. Right, Phalanx begin moving towards their rear line. Barbarians, don't lose momentum. Try and get in against those Balearic slingers. Just try and take them all out, or take out the Iberians. Just whatever takes your fancy, really. Spanish mercenaries begin taking out those Iberians as well. Just get in there. You're superior, so just get in there, finish them off. Right. Looks like the enemy general tried to run away, by the way. So, right, take him out. Adable, by the way, has made his way fully out of battle. Absolute bloody yellow-bellied coward he is. Iberian infantry, go provide a hand to the mercs, by the way. Other Iberians, you need to be moving forward now. You've just been sitting around just not doing anything this entire battle. Right, that general hasn't really got a hope in hell at this point. Neither do the rest of the rebels, actually. Right now, they are just basically being chased out by my men. So, Poenis, you start moving against those slingers. They don't seem to be very interested in getting a volley off against us. They do just run away every time we get close to them. So right now they're just running directly to us. They're not going to get a volley off. Yeah, we're just going to skirmish.
Stand, but runs away. Is there any point in killing him?
Right, enemy general is on the run now. That is fantastic. So yeah, looks like pretty much the entire enemy army is now on the run. Keep trying to bring their slingers back into the fight, but every time they do that, then it doesn't work out. The only unfortunate thing is I lack cavalry, which means I don't have anything that can just chase them down, and skirmishers is doing the annoying thing of just running away all the time. Luckily I did just get a nice little volley of Pilums out. Got a few kills there. Those guys are routing though, so it doesn't really matter. Right, just try and focus on people who are alive now. Try and see if you can get in and flank those skirmishers. There goes the captain.
Now we will see the measure of his soldiers' courage.
Right, hopefully that just finishes off their morale, because these slingers are just going to start getting in the way, aren't they? They're just going to give us a run around this entire rest of the battle, really. Yeah, they're just going to run away. Right, just try and get into them or something. Like, just keep chasing them. I mean, everyone's just going to keep chasing them now, because they're the only unit left in this battle now, and they're going to run away sooner or later. I mean, that one's just run away now. So go on, 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 go on. Is there anything left, by the way? There is one unit left. There's actually these guys there, some Iberian infantry who are chasing us, but that's fine. We'll turn and face at the appropriate time. For now, I'm just trying to corner these Balearic slingers. I wish I did have cavalry, but unfortunately, my silly general decided to die and then run away. He's very fortunate that he lived, by the way, but I don't really care if that he lives. I find him a pain, a nuisance, and an annoyance. Right, he's trying to turn around now and just run away in a different direction. Oh, this is going to get annoying, really, isn't it? Yeah, he's just going to run away for the rest of the map now. Right. You guys, just stop. I don't know if he's going to try and volley or attack us. To be honest, right now, I seem more bothered about running away than anything else, so... just rest up for a few minutes. Right, you guys, war cry and get ready. Like, oh, wait, doesn't matter if I ran away anyway. Well, I spent all that time chasing my unit down and then I decided, you know what, we can't do it because we're useless. Right, whatever. Barbarian mercenaries, you start making your way over there. Spanish mercenaries, you got those Balearic slingers to deal with now. They're the only unit left really in this battle now. Yeah, that's actually it. That's just those guys left now. Okay, get in there and take them out. Just get in there, wipe them out. Don't even bother going in for a missile fight. Just, I want you to just get in there, slaughter them with your swords. They are going to run away. Right, they're going to run away. We're going to intercept them, or at least we're going to try and intercept them. It's not going to be like herding bloody cats. Right. I know you guys are really tired, but can you just try and get into a position really quickly just to intercept them? We're going to try and bloody close the door on them, so... Oh, wait, we won.
Enemy cowards, run! Drive them from the battlefield!
I have no interest in chasing these guys down any further, so you know what? We're just going to call that a battle there.
Victory is yours! And no one can argue that it is not both well-deserved and worthy!
Yep, whatever. That was just a quick exercise in very crap AI tactics there. Managed to wear them out with our missiles, and then, well, they just really didn't have any organisation whatsoever, so that just ended up my victory. So, you got a trait increase. Audible the Mad actually did gain his first command star or whatever. However, since he has so much going against him still, he actually just doesn't get anything at all. Either way, start making your way over there. I'll find a use for you. I'll just find a way to get you killed. Either way works for me right now. Either way, I don't want you governing Scalabus anymore. I'm going to find something else for you to do. Find you a new gig. And yeah, right. So you keep making your way towards the midi, by the way. Enter the Brutii territory. Probably entering this territory is going to really set them off now and probably make them very angry. But that's what happens when I usually enter enemy territory. So yep.
Out of moves, great lord.
Meanwhile, up here, this is really the last battle we have to do today. So we are going to fight the defense of Narbo Martius today, and to be honest, given how long that battle was, and just because I'm wary of desyncs and things going wrong now in recordings, actually, I'm just going to tell you a quick story. I actually had a heart attack today, not an actual legit heart attack where I had to go to the hospital, but actually, I'll tell it while this loading screen is happening. But yeah, all troops.
My liege, mighty general.
We're taking up Captain Asinius. But yeah, here's a quick life story. I should be probably playing Black Ops 3 or some shit Call of Duty in the background. I've allowed dubstep music blasting out and telling you all about my boring, pointless life. Except it's so wacky and cool because it's probably better than all your lives because I'm such an egotist, whatever, right? Enough indirect salt there. Yeah, by the way, strength ratio is 2-to-1 in my favour. We outnumber the enemy by 1,000 men-ish. Only concern unit is, yeah, they have a lot of light auxilia, which is going to make getting my elephants into this battlefield an absolute nightmare. There is also a unit of ballistas, but apart from that, they're very weak in terms of infantry, so we should actually not walk this one, but we have the advantage for definite. So yeah, I think it's actually likely, because it is a 2-to-1 ratio, the enemy will just cut and run at some point in the battle, but that's fine by me. So let's fight on the battle map and get ready, because there are more Julii incoming, so we need to be ready to dig our heels in and fight. So fight it on the battle map. But yeah, yeah, so my heart attack moment. So I think I said this in the last episode, but yesterday, Windows 10 updated against my will. I basically been putting off the update for weeks, and then eventually it said, yeah, you're gonna fucking update, boy, because, you know, otherwise Bill Gates is gonna come to your house and execute you. So reluctantly I updated. Had to sit through a fucking hour and a half update, by the way, as I started on my PC while I was planning to go on Skype with a friend and do some multiplayer, you know, so I was keeping him waiting for an hour and a half, so, you know, that felt bloody embarrassing. And really, the upshot of it was, when I got down to record Rome Total War today, you know, I have my own little, I mean, I really organise my games on Steam, so everything's in its own little categories. I have, you know, first-person shooters, real-time strategy, turn-based strategy, and I have my own little category for Total War games, because in a way, Total War doesn't, well, sort of does defy category in a way, by being both turn-based and real-time, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I have them in their own little group. And what happened was when, after Windows 10 had done its fucking update all over my computer, gave me 2 useless features which I'll never use in my life, and basically, you know, just shat on my Friday. Yeah, that happened, and then I thought, right, well, that's the end of that. So today I was going to, like, right, time to record some Total War, because I didn't upload any last weekend. But, you know, this is a weekend I haven't uploaded anything, but work got in the way. I was very busy. I was working overtime pretty much every day, so I just did not have the time or effort just to record any Rome Total War. And then after all of that ordeal, I went down to Steam, got to Total War, and then I looked, and I only have a few of my Total War games installed at this present time, just for memory things, and because I haven't got around to playing them. The only Total War games I have installed right now are Rome, Medieval 2, and both are Warhammers. And when I opened up Steam today, opened up that category, I saw horror of horrors, Rome Total War had been uninstalled, and I thought, what the fuck? I would never knowingly uninstall Rome Total War, because let's face it, I'm doing a fucking campaign right now, aren't I? And I thought, oh shit, why has Windows suddenly decided to just fucking uninstall my game? What are these train tracks going outside my city, by the way? Oh, it's my deployment line. Oh, I couldn't tell because of the snow. And yeah, I thought, oh shit, I've just lost all my data, haven't I? I've just basically lost the last year of my life playing this campaign. And I was actually loading up my Steam chat to a good friend of mine who helps me out on this campaign. I was gonna say, dude, I fucking lost my save game, and I'm like, I'm like gonna fucking end it all. I'm gonna like fucking kill myself. I'm not gonna do that over Rome Total War. But I was like, fuck. I've like wasted YouTube's time with this campaign. I'm gonna end it at like episode 99 or whatever, just because I haven't done, just because Rome had uninstalled. And I was very relieved actually when I reinstalled the game. My save games weren't deleted; they were still there. But it was a bloody, it was like the most tense 6 minutes of my life as I watched the game reinstall, and I was just thinking, please don't uninstall, please don't like lose my save games, please, 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 do not lose my save games. And when I loaded up, went into my save and saw now the word continue campaign worked grayed out, and I thought, oh my god, it's kept my saves. Open it up, it's like, yes, it's got my save games. So that's why we are very fortunate right now about, well, I'm still playing Rome Total War. Right, let's get this battle underway. So I've lined up my men, I haven't really paid attention because I've been talking, so don't talk and play Rome Total War at the same time, folks. But right, simple strategy. It's our standard sally forth strategy. We're going to get our men out, we're going to deal with the enemy. Because it's a strength ratio in my favour, I'm predicting the enemy to run away. Concern units to deal with. We want to get rid of that light auxiliary. We don't want it to get the advantage, and we don't want it to sit around spraying stuff at me. And I want to take out that legionary cavalry. I know it's a very depleted unit of legionary cavalry. Either way, when Rome uses cavalry, it doesn't end well for me. I do have a lot of cavalry auxiliary as well. They're going to be an annoyance, but we'll deal with them. I do have a ballista, by the way, but to be honest, ballistas are never of a concern to me so far. I'll have to wait until I meet someone in multiplayer who actually knows how to use a fucking ballista, because to be honest, I've never seen them be useful. Either way, let's begin deployment. Now, bring out our pill and fodder units first. The enemy's going to move over there. Let them do that. Let's begin moving our Iberian infantry. So Iberian infantry, if we could start making our line here, that would be fantastic. And then we'll just let the enemy just do their thing. As you can see, they're just going around running over their own men for some reason, because once more, I guess Romans just don't care for welfare of other people. I did put my skirmishes on the wall, by the way, just to see if we could intercept anything. Looks like we're not going to get any intercepts today, so a shame, really, but oh well. I made the effort. Then again, you probably can't see when you've got this stupid brick wall in front of you. But yeah, I probably would have been better off actually just deploying out of this gate, really. Probably could have caught them there, but fine. Let them move. If I'm running away, let them run away. I know it's going to be disappointing. It's going to be bloody anticlimactic if that's actually have a bloody legit running away. I hope they're not. Nah, we're going to line up here. Okay, that's cool. Let them line up there then. I thought they were actually just legit running away. I actually could just deploy out of this gate. But to be honest, I'm going to deploy out of this gate because that just gets me more time to do my deployment. Also, because they're putting troops over there. They're putting some of our cavalry over there. Right. Anyway, since my lovely Iberian infantry have now deployed outside the walls, let us prepare the Libyan spearmen because there's a high cavalry presence. So I want to make sure I have plenty of Libyan spearmen to deal with them. So that's why I put my Libyans into 2 groups. So we'll have one guarding one wing, we'll have the others guarding the other wing. So we've got some moving out now. Let them come out. Barbarian Mercs, if you're so eager to come out, you can come out as well. So Barbarian Mercs, since you are a little weaker than the Iberian infantry, you guys will take front line. You'll be my pilum fodder, so if you could move out appropriately, that would be absolutely swell. Meanwhile, I do have my elephants, by the way. They're going to sit in the city and wait. Just because the enemy's deploying over there, though. You know what, elephants, you're going to go to this gate. You will deploy from there. When you do deploy, you will be, well, you'll be deployed, won't you? But you know what, General and your cavalry, you will deploy from here as well. We may as well get something going on this flank. So you guys will attack from this flank. Basically, once the ballista's out and the majority of Light Auxilia have been cleaned out, I'll bring the elephants in. While Light Auxilia do have a bonus against elephants, these guys are pretty vulnerable to, you know, being chased down by cavalry, and to be honest, since they're unarmored, weak, suffer from terrible morale. You know, these guys, we have a fair chance of stopping them before they do anything effective. Okay, so how are we getting on, right? Spearmen are now outside the city. Barbarian Mercs are making their way out of the city. So I do have additional Iberian infantry who didn't really join a group. So right, additional Iberian infantry who didn't join a group. Join the group, basically. Join the group. Come out here and join the group. Right, there we go. Okay, Libyan Spearmen, if you want to deploy a little bit more downwind now, if you deploy over there, that'd be fantastic. Libyan Spearmen Group B now, you can come out, so I want you on this flank, so if I put you here, that'd be fantastic. Sacred Band, I want you on my rear, so Sacred Band, I want you coming out, and I want you going about here, that would be fantastic. Where's my other unit of Iberians, by the way? They are making their way out there. Yes, they are, right. Oh, they're not making their way out. Oh, they are making their way out. Yeah, they're in the city, right. By the way, you guys can regroup, by the way. Don't worry, you can be in a group, right. So everyone's making their way out of the city now. You know what, Libyan Spearmen, you're on your way out. Skirmishers, you make your way down now. Enemies just shuffling their forces around appropriately. Fair enough. So skirmishers are now making their way down. Slingers, you want to be here. You want to be on my front line. I know you guys are now very low in number, but to be honest, whatever volleys you can get will probably still pay off. You know, but they'll still get some kills for me, so, you know, it's not really worth just not bringing them, so, you know, always bring slingers. These guys have served me very well, especially the Balearic ones. They're my finest slingers I have available, basically. I mean, this campaign has really taught me about mercenaries that can be really good. I mean, they're really good for filling any holes in Carthage's roster. And, to be honest, I do actually appreciate how flexible Carthage's roster is. Just say I'd say the only thing it lacks is decent sword infantry and, really archers. I mean, we do lack archers, but once we go a little further eastwards than we are, we can start maybe recruiting a few Cretan archers who might be of use to us. I might be able to start implementing archers tactics into my armies, but to be honest, do I really need to? Do I want to? Well, that's a different question, really. Anyway, Julii are putting their strongest units forward, so they've put their legionary cohorts, of which they have 2 units at the front. In the centre is a weakened unit of early legionaries, so if we break those guys, we might be able to start putting together a mass rout. Skirmishers, by the way, they're just making their way down. So let's just actually just put this on triple speed, just let my men now just get into formation. The Julii seem very unwilling to actually just make the first move at this rate, so that's absolutely fine by me. So I'll just get all my units out now while the game seems to be having a meltdown in terms of frame rates in this triple speed. Usually with triple speed it's usually so smooth, but no, today it isn't. Anyway, everyone's coming out. Who's left to come out really at this rate? Because the Julii are not doing anything useful. Well, I am waiting on my big mass unit of cavalry. So mass cavalry, let's get you out and ready to go. So I want my 4 units of long shield cavalry. I want you there. Get ready to do what you need to do, please. We'll get you out, and then yeah, we're gonna basically start moving this one forward. So once we've got the Julii's mind occupied, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring out my other units of cavalry, which is, you know, Yutpan and his mate. Basically, they're going to come out, and then I'll start clipping the wings on the flanks. So, you know, start taking down these cavalry auxilia who are just lurking and looking for something to do at this rate. And then once we've got those weakened, I'll start bringing out the elephants, and they can basically come through the flank and basically wipe out the enemy. Obviously, I'm just being wary about making sure that the anti-elephant units are down, or I might actually just might even just not use the elephants at all this battle. It really depends on how it goes. But since my men are now more or less in position, just wait for this cavalry just to quickly jump out, and then we're going to start making our way forward. Julii have been very, very nice to me, and they've managed to hold their nerve today and just not, you know, not run away entirely and, you you know, throw this entire battle in the toilet. But they are just being very wary. They're not making the first move. They are basically waiting for me to show my hand. I can understand that because it's the advantage in my favour. They're doing that. So, yeah. But since in doing that, they are basically giving me the advantage by waiting for me to show my hand. And the snow's cleared up at least, so now I can see a little better. So, thank you, Julii. You basically waited for the weather to change. Okay, so, right, my men are more or less all out. We're really just waiting on the last of the cavalry to organise, but that's fine. Julii are now shuffling about, so we're going to start making our way forward. We'll make our line about here. So, right, if we start moving men forward, let's just get on with it. So, you guys get there, you guys get here. Then spears. I want spears on the flank. I want spears on this flank. I want spears on this flank. I want my sacred band moving up, and skirmishers. I want you at the rear. There we go. Right. So all the units are now moving forward. So everyone has an idea of where they need to go. Long shield cavalry. Let's start moving you up as well. I want you basically patrolling this area here. So I've got 4 lovely units of cavalry. Put you all into wedge formations, by the way, just because we're just going to bloody put you in like a big old dagger. Once we start engaging, that is when I'll bring out this guy, because if I bring him out now, I suspect that Julii will just see him as an immediate threat or an easy target, and we'll just instantly go for him. And yes, it would bring him into range of my city defences where I'd get a few kills, but since I haven't got anything on the walls, I'm not going to get a return on my investment there, and I might just end up with a dead general, so it's not really worth the risk. Julii are trying to short their flanks with cavalry as well. That's fine. Because really, my stronger cavalry strike is going to come on this flank. I mean, right now, I have an opportunity just to basically bloody blast down all their light arcs here. By the way, it's a lovely coastline, isn't it? I can't remember which way is which for... I'm guessing that's Gaul's coast over there and over there. Yeah, over there's the Pyrenees, where my area is. It's a lovely coastline, though, isn't it? Big old coastline. Just look at all those things. Still, we're going to take out the Julii now, aren't we? We're going to wipe them out because they're coming to wipe me out. So, big old cavalry charge has come in just to basically knock down my barbarian mercs. Not exactly fantastic, and they are going to break very, very soon. Right, you guys war cry. Iberians, form up. Libyan spears, you need to double time it into this fight now. The Julii decided to throw their hat into the ring. That's fair enough. I do like it when people throw their hats into rings, except I don't like it when they do really annoying things. Right, slingers, get to the back and get ready. Right. You just grit your teeth, lads. Sacred Band, get yourself into position. By the way, we did push that cavalry out. My spearmen got there just in time, and they're just convinced the cavalry to go away. Okay, right. You guys are holding out. You managed to grit your teeth against that incoming legionary cohort. Now just get fighting and just dig yourselves in for it. Just dig yourselves in. It's going to be a bit of a brutal fight. It's going to be a bit gruesome, but I trust you guys. Right. Cavalry. I can't bring him out just yet. Right. Looks like no one's really been too concerned about the movements of my long shield cavalry at this point. So keep making your way forward and just prepare and just start looking for that opportunity. Libyan spearmen. Oh, they're running away. I thought they were just going to try and come in and take advantage of me moving around, but they're not. Right now, how are we? Right, we're not doing too brilliant here. It's okay, the barbarian mercs are holding out for as long as they can. It's going to buy me time to start disrupting enemy formations. Okay, guys, you need to be ready now. You just need to be ready. I mean, right, another little enemy cavalry charge is coming just to try and bowl down my Iberian infantry. Iberians, if you could just hold out for as long as you can. It's a very small army. If you actually take out the captain, that's an even bigger bonus. For some reason, the Light Auxiliary, by the way, has decided to attack on foot. Well, alright, they always are on foot, but for some reason they've decided to attack with their swords rather than their javelins, and I don't understand the thinking behind that, because these guys absolutely suck in melee, so... Okay. Fine. Whatever. You're not exactly going to do yourself any favours, but fine. Thanks for playing. Okay, Iberians, if you could provide a hand now in dealing with those legionaries, that would be absolutely fantastic. I'm trying to keep my Sacred Band out of this, just because I don't want them to start losing. But, oh dear, he died. Well, my general at least. He's safe and sound in his base right now. By the way, you can make your way out of the city now and prepare to come into this battle. We've taken the first round of this battle for definite now. Going to bring in some cavalry just to start helping out now. The enemy's being very disorganised. It's like having a little army by the way, like Imperial Star Destroyers when they're all in wedge formation. It really does look like it. You may fire when ready, Commander. Right. Bring yourself back and prepare for it. Prepare yourselves. We're going to regroup. It's not like we're losing the battle or anything. I just want to regroup. I don't want this battle just to suddenly descend into chaos because the enemy's doing something silly. Because if the enemy does something silly, it could make my men do something silly, and then, you know, you have a cascade of stupidity. Okay, Iberian infantry, if you provide a hand as well, we're going to surround this unit and just give them no quarter now. We have pushed them into a rout, however, so that is absolutely fantastic. Looks like we haven't pushed him into a mega rout yet. Or have we? No, he hasn't running away just yet. No, he's regrouping. Right, fair enough. Let him regroup. Let him regroup if he wants to. Don't chase him. Let him go for now. Right, cavalry, regroup and prepare yourselves to provide more flanking support. Libyan spears, regroup, prepare to provide more anti-cavalry support. Iberian infantry or barbarian mercs. What do I have left of you? Very little of you, actually. Yeah, they're too far away. Barbarian mercs, if you come here. Iberian infantry, you'll be the new front line for now. So if you come here and basically you're going to protect the sacred band. And yeah, that's really about it, really, for you guys. Slingers, you can come forward again and start pelting the enemy and start annoying them. Looks like the enemy isn't not too bothered about my shield cavalry, by the way. They have not really taken any offence to it. The cavalry auxiliary is on the move, but I'm going to time my opportunity on that one. Okay, so we have some enemies moving in. So Libyan spears, quickly readjust your formation and prepare for an incoming assault. I'm not sure what they're up to just yet. They're trying to work out what they're doing. Yeah, it looks like they might actually dispatch some cavalry to deal with my general. They've seen him and thinking, ooh, he's vulnerable. Or they're thinking, ooh, we're vulnerable. Okay. Chase down the cavalry auxiliary. Slingers, by the way, where are you at? You're getting ready to sling. So slingers, if you can move forward and start slinging at something. Okay, he's trying to lure you into his line, so just be careful with him. Yeah, but it's a bit of a stalemate over there. We're not quite sure who's going to give the first casualty. Start fighting first, so for now, hold the line. He doesn't quite know what he wants to do, but if he comes forward, then yeah, we'll take him. But I don't want to get lured into his army, because that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to lure me. Okay, slingers, move forward and start attacking that Roman cavalry. I want to deal with them. Or deal with something. They're going to try and bring their artillery in actually into this fight. So we need to definitely get a fight on now. They don't want them just to sit around and start blasting us with artillery. By the way, it's looking very weak over there. That is just all light auxiliary. We'll test the waters, right? The weakest unit, because you're the weakest, get in there and start wiping out one of their units. If the Romans want to spread themselves out that thin, let them do it. Iberians will begin moving forward, or actually freeze. Looks like the enemy's noticed what I'm up to. Right, deploy an additional unit of long shield cavalry. If they want to just bring all their light auxiliary there, so be it. I'll send 3 units in and we'll see what happens. Yeah, right now, because the enemy's now cascading into chaos. Okay, you two, while the enemy's distracted, go and deal with the cavalry auxiliary. You lot, just wipe out the cavalry auxiliary. You know what to do. And yeah, just start taking them out. Right, you're bringing in the legionaries, so you guys turn around and get out of there. Just a hit and run attack, really. We've managed to hit. We've managed to make 2 of our units run. Perfect outcome, really. So, right, get out of there. Get out of there. You try and sustain yourself in this fight for maybe a few more seconds. Just see if you can... There we go. You broke them all. Excellent. Right. Okay, bring yourselves out. Good result there. Good result. Right, my cavalry right now is basically charging down the flank of the enemy now while they're on the run and very, very, very confused. Slingers are getting a few bonus kills as well. Slingers, target the cavalry auxiliary. See what you can do. Looks like the enemy's trying to get their war dogs into a fight as well. No, they're not war dogs, they're just small alliance auxiliary. Right. Anyway, General has just engaged the enemy. He's immediately pushed the cavalry auxiliary into a rout. That is absolutely fantastic. Right. Keep it up, lads. I know there's a lot of enemies, but you know, you can do it. I mean, we can basically just win this battle with cavalry alone at this rate. Right, cavalry. Some Roman cavalry is trying to roam around and challenge you. Right. And that was a retreat order. I heard it. Right. All units, get in there. Oh, well, all cavalry, just get in there. Right. All cavalry. Get in there, chase them out, get rid of them. Less of them that live, the better. If we chase them all out, then that's less of them who will come, because there's more armies heading towards Narbo Martius. We're just going to get rid of them all now. So right, you turn around and get over there, and then just do what you can, basically. I mean, I'm just basically sending in my Imperial Star Destroyers, or my Imperial Destroyers, or Killers of Imperial Romans, because fucking Imperial Romans. Fuck imperialism, or... And again, am I doing imperial... Ah, fuck it, whatever. What is imperialism, anyway? Look, we're the anti-Roman... Look, right, yeah, we're Roman destroyers. That's what we are. We're Roman destroyers, right? Legionary cohort did decide to turn around and fight us, by the way. Right, if you could turn around and just pull off a quick flank charge, that would be fantastic, you guys. Deal. There we go. Look, we've got them surrounded. They're shaking. They're gonna. Yeah, there we go. Broken them. Right. Right. Turn around. Start chasing down more Romans. More Romans we chase down, the better. You know what to do, guys. You know what to do. Slingers by the way. Ceasefire. No more friendly fire. Don't want any of that happening. Right. There we go. Julii chased out. Captain Asinius once more has egg on his face, but I think he died anyway this time around. So yeah, that's the last we'll be seeing of Captain Asinius. Probably not the last we'll be seeing of his army, but we'll deal with it. Okay, the ballistas are all that's left now. Slingers, you know what, Slingers, you've got 3 shots on them and go for it. They're trying to run away, but they're being silly, so right. Slingers, do what you can. I've got some cavalry inbound to deal with them, but you know what, you can take whatever kills you want. Have your little kills, there you go. Finish them off.
These men are perfect. They are running from the battle.
Okay, Slingers, you can call it a day. And cavalry's just gone in to wipe them all out now, so I think that's a nice outcome for us there.
Victory lies in your grasp, and there is nothing the enemy can do but run.
Another victory against the Julii. How happy is that? The enemy is practically all wiped out. My casualties were pretty minimal, actually. I did lose 613 men, unfortunately. But at the same time, I still have pretty much, you know, the vast majority of my garrison remaining. And I don't think I lost any of my Sacred Band, actually, which is even better. And yeah, that army is now reduced to nothing. So, yeah. He gets us down a campaign map because I'm guessing that he's very, very lucky. Yutpan got a trait increase, by the way. I'm assuming it's command, so that makes me happy. But yeah, that's the Julii warded off for a little longer. So yeah, Yutpan Hades is now a superior commander. He now has 4 command score. So we'll do a retraining session. There we go, retraining mainly cavalry, infantry, stuff that got lost basically. And now I await the next Julii army, and you shall now await the next episode. So, next time on Let's Play Rome Total War, what's going to happen? Well, we're going to retake Caralis, and, well, it's the 100th episode, so it's going to be an extra long episode. I'll probably record it over several sessions, like maybe a live stream, just because I don't think it's to go wrong. But next time, it's going to be a big grueling episode, because it's going to be a big grueling fight. It's the fight to take Capua, so see you there, folks.